A man named Guay from Cuba was hiking in a forest with his wife. They start their adventure early in the afternoon, hoping to reach their camping spot by nightfall. However, darkness descends quicker than they expected. While hiking for a while through the forest in pretty much total darkness, Guay and his wife hear something in the trees. They turn and look and see this.
Señor, ¿está ahí perdido? Está buscando, viejo, porque en realidad nosotros somos por aquí mismo, así que estamos cuidando la zona, vaina, todo. ¿Te podemos ayudar en algo? Señor. Si está buscando algo, nosotros te ayudamos, que está ahí. Pues es que ¿cómo se llama? Yo vivo por aquí. ¿Te ayudamos en algo? Buscamos a la policía. Vámonos.
Something with glowing eyes can be seen standing in the darkness. At first, Guay and his wife think it's a man and they try to communicate with it. But whatever this is just stands there with its eyes glowing in the darkness. Guay uploaded this video to social media saying that he believes it's a demon. But what do you think this is? Share your thoughts in the comments. In paranormal folklore, a mimic is a malicious spirit that imitates a person, often someone we love or trust, in order to trick us. Many people claim to have heard the voices of family members, especially when they are alone in their house. The primary goal for a mimic is to instill fear and unease so they can feed off our energy. Social media user EmilyDell21 uploaded a video in March this year, and viewers are convinced that a mimic was trying to get into her home. Something can be heard scratching against Emma's door. A faint voice can be heard calling out saying, "I know you're in there." Thankfully, Emma keeps the door locked and doesn't try to communicate with whatever is out there. If she had, viewers say a mimic could have been let into her home and would have haunted her for the rest of her life. However, despite not engaging with the thing outside, Emma hears scratching on her door again the very next day.
Are you there? Let me in! And this is why I can't call the cops, because when I go to look, there's no one there. I know it's hard to see, but I'm not opening the door. But there's like no one out there. And like, this is a window. There's no people, but this is a window, and you can't really see out there. It's hard to see out there. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
This time, the scratching is even more insistent, and the voice is louder, demanding to be let inside. Emma still does not open the door, and even shows that there's no one outside. She does her best to ignore the unsettling noises, and a few days later, shares a video to explain what she thinks is going on.
A lot of people are telling me to call the police. I can't do that because as I've seen, there is nothing there ever. I have actually been dealing with this type of stuff since I was very young. This specific video, my mom used to tell me all the time that I would tell her I was talking to people in my room, that I heard people outside of my door and they were talking to me. I personally don't really remember it because I was pretty young. Again, it hasn't happened to me in a long time, like since I was that young. But it did start happening recently. That video it happened a couple times before that, so I'm honestly just kind of used to it at this point, I guess. Oh, some people ask me if there are scratches on the outside of the door. There are not.
Emma explains that she believes paranormal energy has always surrounded her, even when she was young. So, could Emma have inadvertently attracted a mimic? And what might have happened if she had opened the door?
there. Let me in!
Polish social media user Eddie Ome uploaded this next series of clips claiming that his home is being haunted by a poltergeist. Eddie claims to have heard strange noises in the middle of the night and noticed that items seem to mysteriously move around the house without him touching them. Creepiest of all, a lot of the scary activity involves Eddie's cat, who seems to sense that something is lurking inside his house. One night, when Eddie is away from home, he leaves a camera recording to see if it catches anything on tape. Eddie isn't sure what caused the mysterious banging noises in the footage. He says that his cat is usually well behaved and doesn't normally cause any disturbances at night, so this recording just doesn't make sense. What scares him the most is the low sound his cat makes, as if she is truly terrified. In this next clip, recorded a few days later, Eddie hears a noise and then notices that his cat suddenly starts acting strangely. Mysterious noises can also be heard coming from outside the room, putting both Eddie and the cat on edge. Eddie becomes more convinced than ever that his home is haunted when he is woken in the middle of the night by the same banging noises recorded in the first clip. This time, Eddie investigates the mysterious noises, but his cat isn't even in the room, proving that she wasn't the one making them the first time. Although the noises stop when Eddie opens the door, they restart a second later in a different room. And it doesn't end there. The very next day, Eddie is working from home when the noises start up again. Once again, when Eddie opens the door to investigate, there's nothing there. In this next clip, just before 7 AM, Eddie hears that familiar sound.
Słyszycie to?
Troy and Leon, who were
The banging noises are heard again, almost as if someone is frantically knocking on the door trying to get in. But, as always, the room on the other side looks totally empty. The same thing happens the next day too.
Nie no, generalnie robię sobie obiad, nie? Znowu się zaczyna.
So, just what is going on here? Eddie and his followers are convinced that he's being haunted by a poltergeist. But what's your verdict? Poltergeist? Or something else? Let me know. Sometimes, the scariest things in a video aren't what the person filming sees, it's what's happening behind them. In March 2025, TikTok user Hannah GUK was doing a casual late night live stream, just chatting with her followers, when something strange happened. Now, in the moment, Hannah didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, but her viewers did.
Nunca he sentido que me parezco a Dua Lipa, pero desde que me corté el cabello siento que me parezco muchísimo menos a Dua Lipa. Y es que muchísima gente me dice que me parezco a la Dua Lipa del 2018 más o menos, que tiene como el cabello cortito. Y me puse a ver fotos y nada que ver. O sea, ella se ve increíble, tenía el cabello súper bonito y yo parezco... No sé, o sea, ¿qué opinan ustedes?
The face of something can be seen peering inside. It lingers there for several seconds, as if watching her, before suddenly slipping away out of view. Hannah had no idea anything was there until her chat started blowing up with comments. Hannah's never posted anything paranormal before, and doesn't seem to have any interest in ghosts or anything like that, which is why so many of her viewers believe this is real. But who or what do you think this is? YouTube user Creepy Outdoors was camping in the woods with his tent pitched, a fire lit, and his speakers playing some relaxing music. Creepy Outdoors is ready to settle in for a night under the stars, but then he hears something that makes his heart miss a beat. He's not sure what it is, so he grabs his flashlight and goes to check it out.
Let's see how this place looks like without any lights. Pitch black. Imagine being out here. This is one of the creepiest forests I've ever been. And I'll be spending the night here. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen the Blair Witch Project, but damn, this is just giving me Blair Witch Project vibes.
As Creepy Outdoors is walking through the dark forest, with only his flashlight to guide him, he notices how creepy his surroundings are. Many of the trees are dead, and there also doesn't seem to be many animals around, making the forest eerily quiet. However, Creepy Outdoors is about to hear something utterly horrifying.
Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get back to camp.
A voice calls out through the darkness, scaring Creepy Outdoors so badly that he immediately runs for his life. But who or what was lurking in the shadows? Haunted dolls are one of the scariest things I can think of, but Enrique Grossi, a paranormal enthusiast from Brazil, is fascinated by them. He's been collecting dolls for years, and in his opinion, the creepier the better. However, a doll he recently found in an antique shop has really been testing Enrique's limits. For the past couple of nights, Enrique, who lives alone, has been hearing strange noises coming from his doll collection room, and late one night, the noises happen again. Wanting to capture it on camera, Enrique quickly grabs his phone and hits record. What he captures is like something straight out of a horror movie. A chill runs down Enrique's spine as he sees a dark figure slowly peeking out from behind his creepy doll. After witnessing this, Enrique bolts for the front door and spends the night with a friend. When he returns the next morning, whatever this was isn't anywhere to be seen, but the doll is still sitting exactly where he left it. Many believe the strange noises that had been disturbing Enrique night after night were signs of something trying to break through, something tied to the doll. And now that it's finally revealed itself, it may not be willing to go back into hiding. So let's just hope Enrique has the good sense to get rid of that doll, or he might not be the only one living there for much longer. According to Mexican folklore, Nuestra Señora de la Santa Muerte, or the Lady of Death, delivers people to the afterlife. She is said to be a skeletal figure wearing a long robe and appears as an omen of death. In this next clip, a man from Mexico claims to have caught Santa Muerte on camera. He shared this following clip while he was recording a video of his property, and at first, he didn't see anything. However, when he watched the footage back, he was horrified by what he saw.
Que barrió la basura de allá, pero hasta ahí. Pero mira toda esta madre, güey. Yo sé que no es su responsabilidad de ella, ¿no? Lógico. Pero no, sí está muy de la verga, toda esta madre está muy jodido. Hay que tratarle, bueno, voy a tratar de darle en estos días forma para que no se vea tan jodido. Acá se ve limpio, pero tomo ya esa madre también lo voy a tirar a la verga, pues en fin de cuentas no ocupa. De que no, esa puta madre no voy a tratar de romper. Pero sí, no hay un chingo de cosas que no, ya no aplican aquí. Y pues hay que tirarlo.
A dark figure can be seen for a split second, but when the camera pans back, literally a second later, there's nothing there. The man who recorded this clip is convinced that he captured Santa Muerte on camera, and that can only mean that he or someone close to him is going to pass away. But what do you think this is? Santa Muerte? Share your thoughts below. Gabia Personal uploaded this clip to her social media accounts after her home security camera picked up something she calls a supernatural apparition. In the clip, Gabia explains that she lives near a cemetery and that there have been several break-ins in her neighborhood, which prompted her to set up a security camera outside her home. However, one night, the camera records something totally unexpected. A mysterious glowing light can be seen in the street outside Gabia's home. It appears to move slowly, fluctuating and changing shape. Gabia claims that this is a supernatural apparition, and her viewers agree with her. It should be noted that Gabia explains that this clip was recorded during Lent. a Christian observance that involves fasting and prayer. One viewer thinks this is significant. This is a portal where souls have complete freedom to walk the streets during these days of Carnival and Lent. If you look closely, you can see the souls passing through it. So, what's your verdict? Do you think this is supernatural? Perhaps even a ghostly portal, as one viewer suggests? Drop a comment below and let me know. Late one night, social media user Josh Robillard has just got home after working late. Anyone else would be looking forward to unwinding after a long shift, but Josh is apprehensive about entering his own home. For the past few weeks, Josh has been experiencing what he claims is paranormal activity. Objects around the house moving all on their own, and the lights switching on and off, and strange noises have been heard in empty rooms. In this first clip, as Josh pulls onto his driveway, he notices something in one of his windows.
But I just pulled up, and what is that? Is that a person? What the f is that? Should be nobody in the house, nobody at all. Okay, well, guess let's check it out.
What looks like a dark figure can be seen looming in front of a window. This doesn't add up for Josh. No one is supposed to be in the house, so just who or what is this? What's even more creepy is that when Josh looks around inside, the house is just as empty as he thought it would be. There's no sign of whatever this is anywhere. But a few nights later, Josh is home alone when he suddenly hears something coming from downstairs.
Okay, I definitely heard something down here. Bang or something.
And it gets worse. That very same night, Josh is asleep when he hears noises coming from downstairs again. What he captures on camera this time has left him and his viewers horrified. A pale face can be seen looking through the window, staring right at Josh, who is absolutely terrified. The face eventually slips away out of sight, and when Josh searches around outside, there's nothing there. TikTok viewers believe that Josh encountered something paranormal, but what do you think? Is this paranormal? Let me know down below. This next entry was shared by social media user Killer Pigeon, otherwise known as KP. KP is playing around with his webcam one night, trying out different settings and filters, when he inadvertently captures something creepy on camera.
I just found out, oh my god, I just found out you can connect your camera to your computer that doesn't have a webcam, and you can use your phone as a camera. Okay, so I was on the photo booth app. I was just like, okay, let me play around with it. I haven't used this in forever, and oh my god, I'm scared. I was taking the photos, whatever, and I was looking back at them, and I saw that there's this black line, and it's because my cabinet opened a little bit, and I went to the next one, and I don't even know why this is like lit up back here. You know, this is like the thermal photo thing, and it's like lit up, so I kept going to the next one, and I swear I freaked out because one, I don't know how it opened, but two, I swear that's like a face right there. Like, it's literally like, I don't understand like what that could be. Like, it's literally a face, and I'm like, I'm freaking out right now. And the next one, like, the computer started glitching, so it took, I don't know what this is, and then I took a photo. When I realized, it just like snapped a photo automatically. But I swear and I've already checked. I checked my whole apartment, and this, I don't I thought maybe it was up this because this is black up here, but it was on the second shelf. Like it was not up. It was right here, and there's nothing that looks anything remotely like that. Like it's so. I don't understand.
As KP takes photos with his webcam, he gradually notices that the cabinet behind him has opened, and inside, something that looks like a face can be seen peeking out. But when he checks, there's nothing there. And that's not the only scary incident that takes place in KP's home. A few nights later, KP records this.
Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning again right now. The water in my tub turning on and off and on and off. It's been on for a few minutes. I'm gonna go see what's going on. It's been going on for a few minutes now.
With the water turning on and off in the bathroom, KP goes to investigate, but as soon as he turns off the faucet, the cupboard doors begin to rattle, and then a glass smashes outside the room. Experiences like this have convinced KP that his apartment is haunted, but things are about to get a lot worse. KP says that he keeps waking up covered in scratches and bruises, as if someone or something has been attacking him in his sleep. Determined to find out what's going on, he installs cameras in different rooms around the apartment. This is what they record one night between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Door can be seen opening all on its own. Then shortly afterwards, KP's blanket is snatched away from him. Still half asleep, KP tugs the blanket back into place, but then it happens again. And then KP is dragged out of the bed by something we can't see. But the creepy activity only escalates from there.
Holy shit, did I just get that on camera?
A shadowy figure can be seen behind the shower door, but when he opens it to check what's going on, the shower is empty. But what happens the next night is, in KP's own words, nightmare fuel. KP is woken at 3 a.m. when a DVD flies off a shelf and clatters to the floor. When he goes to pick it up, the DVD seems to be thrown into the closet by an invisible hand and the door slides shut behind it. KP then hears a noise and turns to see this standing on his bed. Horror struck, he attempts to run to the bathroom for a place to hide from whatever this is, but the door slams in his face. Fortunately, KP manages to reach the front door and make it safely out of the apartment. Too scared to go back in and face the thing he saw on his bed, KP spends the night with family. If I were him, I'd move out. A woman who goes by the username Kiki O and her family recently moved into a new house, but the home of their dreams quickly became their nightmare. In this first clip, Kiki O explains what's been going on and it's highly disturbing.
Desde que nos mudamos aquí a la casa empezaron a suceder cosas rarísimas, sin embargo nunca había sentido nada. La cuestión es que cuando nos mudamos de casa, los ex vecinos, los ex personas que estuvieron rentando aquí nos dijeron que pues que esta casa según tenía algo porque todas las parejas casadas se terminaban separando, cosa que pues nos dijo una persona super X, el señor, o sea muy informal, y pues era como de que ok, las parejas no se separan por eso. Pues dijimos pues qué mamada, ¿no? O sea, sí nos asustó porque al inicio nos dijo como que en esa casa se asustan, y cuando nos dijo el motivo pues dijimos no mames, o sea esperábamos algo más fuerte. Otra cosa es que nosotros encontramos como clavos en las esquinas de las puertas y moneditas también metidos en los rincones. Esos son rituales, sí son rituales.
Kikio explains that the former tenants claim there is a curse on the house which causes couples to split up, but Kikio and her husband were skeptical and decided to move in anyway. However, within days of living in their new home, the couple noticed some strange things, such as nails and coins stuck in the corners of doors. According to Kikio, these are signs of dark rituals. Then, not long after moving in, Kikio and her husband are walking home late at night when they spot something very odd. The old lady who lives next door owns a classic car, but the door has been left wide open and the lights are all on. Worried that something could have happened to her, they hurry to check it out.
Oigan amigos, estoy bien preocupada porque no sé qué le pasó a mi vecina, güey. ¿Eh? Tenemos que mover 2 botes para tocarle y mover su tabla.
It's past midnight, and despite the car door being open and the lights left on, there's no sign of their elderly neighbour. Kikio wonders if someone had been trying to steal the car, so she and her husband knock on the old lady's front door to let her know what they have found. However, this is when things take a really disturbing turn.
No me acuerdo de su nombre. ¿O le hablaremos a la policía?
No, hay que ver si contesta.
Su garage.
No estuviera ahí, no está el carro.
Ah, mira, yo creo que ya prendió la luz. ¿No? ¿Este no para? No, a ver, bájala.
Tocar un poquito más fuerte.
Ay, le tocas tú, me da miedo.
¿Ah?
Le tocas tú, me da miedo. la mierda. Ay, la mierda. Ay, tiene una pinche mierda ahí. Tiene como, se ve como una cabeza.
¿Una señora, no?
Ah. No sé. Sí, ya viste, sí se ve como una luz.
Que ya se asomó la señora.
¿Oh, sí?
Sí.
Ah, yo me espanté.
¿Sí es ella?
No sé. No me alcé la mano. A ver, Alusa. Ay, güey, es que por eso no me gusta tocar. Se veía una cara ahí.
Despite knocking for several minutes, nobody answers. Kikyo then approaches the window and tries knocking there instead, which is when she sees what looks like a face peeking back at her. But when she goes back to check, whoever or whatever it was has gone. Some viewers think it's just the old lady, but others think it's something else. Eventually, the old lady answers her door, but she is acting very strangely.
Hi, hola, soy yo, la vecina de al lado.
Who is it?
It's me, your neighbor. The next door neighbor.
We're trying to let you know your car is open.
¿Ah?
Your car is open.
¿Qué pasó?
Su carro tiene toda la puerta abierta.
¿Mi carro?
Sí.
Oh my God. How can we open?
No sé, yo no sabía espantar. Soy yo, su vecina de al lado.
Oh my God.
Sí, su carro tiene toda la puerta abierta.
Alguien la abrió.
Sí. ¿Qué versión, no? Sí, está.
Yeah.
¿Quiere que le hablemos a la policía?
Virgen del Carmen. Alguien lo abrió. Y él tiene la llave.
¿Quién?
¿Oh, sí?
El que viene a robar acá todo el tiempo. No hay que se pueda sacar. Creyó que había algo. ¿Ya?
¿Quiere que le llamemos a la policía?
Y está la.
Yeah.
La batería. Y es la puerta, esta puerta ya no trabaja porque la rompió. Y la policía no hace nada, ¿sabe por qué? Porque está la cámara y dice que no puede hacer nada porque no he reportado con la cámara. Y la cámara la tiene en el teléfono mi sobrina. Y dice que no mira a nadie, pero el hombre sigue entrando. Me ha roto la puerta del garaje 3 veces. La puerta del frente ya lleva 3 veces que le he cambiado la llave. Fíjese, no, yo sentí ruido eran como las 7 de la noche, temprano. Yo sentí ruido, pero yo creía que era el vecino ahí. Oh my God.
She explains that the door is broken because he broke it. But who is he? She then mentions installing security cameras, but despite hearing noises and experiencing strange things at night, the cameras never capture anything. After the old lady locks up her car and heads back into her house, Kikyo and her husband return home. What they just experienced was strange, but they never would have expected that this was only the beginning. A few nights later, Kikyo jolts awake in the middle of the night.
¿Está alguien estoy contigo durmiendo. Sí, está mi esposo. Mis 2 hijos están aquí. Los ronquidos que están escuchando son de él. No hay nadie en la casa. Hoy se escuchan también pisadas en el techo, güey. También ahorita ya estoy más tranquila que hace rato, porque hace rato cuando hice un live también y salí y estaba mi cajón de abajo de la cama abierto. Se escuchó el ruido cuando yo estaba grabando. Ese video lo subí.
Kikyo claims to hear footsteps above her, even though there's nobody else in the house except for her husband and their 2 children, who are all asleep in the same room with her. Before hitting record on her phone, Kikyo got up to check where the noises were coming from, but she couldn't find anything. However, as the minutes pass by, things take a darker turn.
Pero no mames, gente, hace rato yo quería llorar porque tenía mucho miedo, neta. Cabrón, no mames. Ay, no, gente, yo creo que le voy a hablar a la policía porque neta que no. Y es que no están tocando mi ventana. No está tocando mi ventana, es la puerta del cuarto la que están tocando, no mames. Hay alguien afuera de la puerta del cuarto, güey. Pero no es un puto humano. Ay, no.
Strange noises, as if someone is walking around on creaky floorboards, can be heard. Normally, Kikyo would suspect a break-in, but she had already done a thorough check of the house and found nothing. So, just what exactly was knocking on her bedroom door in the middle of the night? According to Kikyo, whatever it was not human.
Voy a sentar aquí porque ya se recorrieron mis hijos. Entonces,
no, te pintaste aquí.
¿sí ven en dónde están mis hijos? Carajo. doy permiso, no te doy entrada, no te doy permiso, no te doy entrada, no te doy permiso, no te doy entrada, no te doy permiso, no te doy entrada. No te doy permiso, no te doy.
Suddenly, the lights begin flicking on and off all on their own. Kikyo is clearly terrified, but she decides not to wake her family just in case they start to panic, which leaves her alone with her fear and whatever is outside the bedroom door. However, the noises eventually fade and Kikyo manages to fall into an exhausted sleep. But what the hell is going on here? Is her elderly neighbour somehow being affected by the negative energy too? Let me know what you think down below. Indonesian YouTuber MINDJUNKIE is known for solo camping and exploring creepy locations. Having heard scary stories about a stretch of forest not too far from his home, my man decides to check it out. All the stories feature the same thing, a woman in a long white dress, known in Indonesia as a kuntilanak. These are the ghosts of women who passed away during childbirth, which makes them seek vengeance for their unborn children. Determined to find proof that a kuntilanak haunts the forest, the man camps overnight and sets up cameras to record everything that happens. Nothing really goes on, but then my man records this. My man's motorcycle can be seen moving, its engine on and its horn beeping. My man is initially frozen in fear, but then gathers up the courage to switch off the bike's engine. But as he looks around, there's no one to be seen. So just what or who was messing with the bike? Later, as my man is sitting in his tent, he hears an unsettling noise coming from outside. He checks his camera feed on his phone and is horrified by what he sees. A figure of what looks like a woman in a long white dress appears to be sitting on my man's motorcycle before vanishing into thin air. My man's viewers believe that this is the kuntilanak known to haunt this forest. But what's your verdict? Did my man capture a kuntilanak on camera? Let me know in the comments. Maria Martin is celebrating her friend's birthday when something creepy happens, and she thinks it's linked to a ghost. Maria and her friends are gathered around to watch the birthday girl blow out the candles, but that's when things take a spooky turn.
No lo sé. ¿No lo han soplado?
No, no se ha soplado.
Mira, creía que había sido haciendo una broma.
¿La habéis grabado?
The candles suddenly all go out, but Maria's friend didn't get a chance to blow them out herself. So just how did they go out? Maria even pans the camera around to show that there are other candles on the table, but they are all still burning. After uploading this creepy clip to her social media, Maria's followers ask for more details, so she shares this update.
Ayer subí un vídeo con mi amigo en el cumpleaños de una de ellas, en el cual se apagan las velas de manera un poco misteriosa, sin que nadie esté soplando o nadie esté cerca. Aquí tenéis el vídeo a cámara súper lenta por si alguien ve algo más que nosotros no veamos, que sea más experto sobre la dirección del fuego que puede haber pasado. Realmente ella no estaba soplando y es que en la dirección en la que vemos que viene no había nadie, porque es que el resto estábamos detrás cantándole. O sea, no sé, nos quedamos todos pues que ya veis las siguientes reacciones.
Some viewers think that the incident with the candles could have been caused by a ghost, but what do you think? And just how did these candles go out? Comment down below and let me know. Nestled in the hills of Uttar Pradesh, northern India, is a huge sandstone fortress known as the Gwalior Fort. It dates back to the 5th century, and although it's popular with tourists, it's also said to be one of the most haunted locations in India. Locals tell stories about the restless spirits of people who were imprisoned by ancient kings. Visitors even say they hear the screams of those of the prisoners who were imprisoned in the dungeons beneath the fortress. Back in November 2016, Amit Kumar visited Gwalior Fort with a friend, and while exploring the historic buildings, he accidentally captured something creepy on camera.
एक मिनट रुकिए ना क्या हुआ? अरे एक मिनट रुक क्या? अरे रुको ना बता रहा हूँ बोल तो सही क्या हुआ? रुक तो सही अरे रुको एक मिनट अरे रुक ना एक मिनट वीडियो बंद कर दूँ बताता हूँ.
Although Amit didn't see it at the time, his camera picks up someone or something behind his friend. But when the camera returns to the exact same spot just a second later, whoever or whatever it was is nowhere to be seen. So, could this be one of the ghosts that is said to roam the ancient fortress? You tell me. Back in December 2024, Lisa Johnson from Michigan is jolted awake by a noise coming from outside. She quickly checks her phone and sees a notification from her security camera that movement has been detected in her front yard. Quickly getting out of bed, she goes to investigate. A mysterious white orb can be seen floating around in Lisa's front yard. Lisa says she feels a strong energy surrounding her, as if something is searching for her. After about a minute has passed, the orb appears to approach Lisa. According to Lisa, while the orb is floating near her back, the energy she felt before gets even stronger, as if something is touching her. Eventually, Lisa feels the energy start to calm down, and when she can no longer feel anything, she quickly heads back inside. Even after Lisa goes back inside the house, the orb remains in the front yard. Lisa doesn't know how to explain what she experienced that night, but notes that the energy did not feel negative. She likes to believe that the mysterious orb was the spirit of one of her loved ones who passed away. But what do you think this is? Is it a spirit? Share your thoughts in the comments. The Roton Hall Hotel in Cheshire, England is a popular venue for weddings and events. However, a video uploaded to the hotel's YouTube channel has recently caught the attention of paranormal enthusiasts. In the video, a hotel employee is recording the ballroom, hoping to create a promotional video showing off the luxurious events venue. The camera accidentally captures something that the hotel didn't expect. Something dark is caught on camera, but when the camera pans back, it's no longer there. Since uploading this video to YouTube, viewers speculate that this is a ghost caught on camera. In Roton Hall Hotel, well, they haven't mentioned anything about it. So whether or not this is something paranormal is up to you to decide. Tell me what you think in the comments. Social media user Tracy works on the reception desk at a large hotel in the United States. According to her, she recently caught evidence of a haunting in one of the hotel's rooms. The clip, which she captured, has really kicked up a debate among paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics. This is what she caught on camera.
So I'm here at work tonight. We have workers that come here that work on the railroad. I checked in 5 of them, and the second floor is where they usually go because that's where all the king suites are at. Well, they're all saying, please don't put me in room 205. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with 205? And not one of them would tell me what was wrong with 205. I said, is it haunted? Like, really, what is it? Nobody can tell me nothing.
Tracy explains that the hotel has a few regular guests, but all of them refuse to stay in room 205. However, they won't tell Tracy why they're so afraid of that particular room, so Tracy goes to investigate.
All right. It's like really cold in here though. Like really cold. And the air's not even on. I mean, I don't see anything. So maybe we can sit. Yeah, the air and stuff's not on. Maybe sit in the dark. See if we can hear something. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Okay, let's do this. Oh, God. All right, no, I'm out.
Tracy lets herself into room 205 and immediately notices how abnormally cold the room is, even though the AC isn't switched on. Tracy then decides to switch off the lights and see if anything happens. That's when she hears a voice coming from somewhere in the darkness. Listen carefully.
Oh, God. All right, no, I'm out.
Viewers think it sounds like someone whispering, "Hey, listen again."
Oh, God. All right, no, I'm out.
Tracy was left feeling creeped out by her experience in room 205, and she says she now understands why guests don't want to stay in there. However, she doesn't know much about the room or its history, so whether or not it's really haunted is a mystery. But I don't know about you, if I heard someone whispering, I'd be out of there in a flash. A man named Antonio buys abandoned properties in the mountainous region of Mazamilta, Mexico, and works hard to renovate them. Most of his renovation projects are successful, turning crumbling old buildings into desirable homes. However, Antonio recently acquired a property that has a tragic history. Antonio says that the previous owner passed away inside one of the bedrooms, and late one night, Antonio visits the house to drop off some things. However, he senses something isn't quite right. He quickly leaves and gets in his car, and when he turns to look at the house, he sees something that sends chills down his spine. While outside the house, Antonio looks on in horror as the lights inside flash on and off. And if you look closely, when the video is slowed down, what looks like a dark figure can be seen in the window. But who or what is it? Let me know down below. Moving into a new place can be tough, even at the best of times, but for Jeanette, who recently moved to a new apartment, she's had some genuinely frightening experiences. Ever since getting the keys, Jeanette has been recording herself decorating and settling into her new surroundings, but what should have been normal videos have gained a lot of attention for being pure nightmare fuel. In the clip you're about to see, Jeanette is recording a workout session when something suddenly interrupts her.
Hi. Who are you? Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. Please get out. Please get out of my apartment. Please go of my apartment.
A stranger appears in Jeanette's living room, which immediately makes her heart miss a beat. According to her, he must have wandered in because she'd left the door unlocked. That's horrifying enough as it is, but it gets worse. As she runs away, a door can be seen opening all on its own, almost as if it opened for her. In the heat of the moment, Jeanette didn't notice, but when she watched the footage back later, she couldn't believe her eyes. In her own words, the door is not easy to open due to the thick layers of tape left on it by the landlord, so there's no way it could have been blown open by the wind. Something must have pushed it. Whatever the case, she's just glad it did open, or she has no idea what might have happened to her. However, this wouldn't be the end of Jeanette's spooky experiences. A few weeks later, just as she's beginning to get over what happened, this happens. A loud noise startles Jeanette and her cat. Since it's been just a few weeks since a stranger appeared in her apartment, Jeanette immediately fears it could be another intruder. She quickly runs for the front door, but then remembers her cat. Terrified, she heads back inside, looking for the frightened animal. That's when she hears another noise, which causes her to lock herself in her bedroom. She thinks she'll be safe inside, but then mysterious indentations appear on the bed. Jeanette later says it seemed like someone invisible was standing there. She also commented that the noises she heard before really were caused by an intruder and the thief stole her laptop. What many viewers think is strange, other than the number of intruders in Jeanette's apartment is that unexplainable phenomena seem to occur whenever she is in danger. First the door opened on its own, then the prints on the bed appeared. Viewers say it's like a spirit is trying to protect Jeanette. Others urge her to move out of her apartment as soon as possible, and I think I know what I'd do in her situation. This next clip, which has been shared a lot, is just so creepy. I wanted to show you it just in case some of you haven't seen it. The clip was originally uploaded by a social media user who goes by the name Jess Mojo Dojo 2 and is caught the attention of both skeptics and paranormal enthusiasts. Jess claims that her daughter's playroom is haunted by a ghost, and in this first clip I want to share, we see how scared Jess's little girl is.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
Jess's daughter refuses to enter her playroom, too scared to even open the door. What should be a fun, happy place for her has become the source of nightmares, and she claims to see a scary man inside. However, when Jess opens the door to check, there's no one there. At the centre of the room is a playhouse. Jess's daughter spent hours playing inside it, but recently she won't go near it. Hoping to reassure her little girl, Jess attaches a doorbell camera to the playhouse. She tells her that if there really is anything to be afraid of, the camera will record it. Prior to the following recording, Jess thinks her daughter is just imagining things, but then the camera captured this. The bell keeps ringing and the playhouse door opens and closes several times. Then, the hair on a doll inside the playhouse suddenly moves. After several minutes, Jess comes into the room, but there's nothing to be found. Jess has since deleted the clips from her social media, so further updates are unlikely. But what do you think is going on here? Is Jess's daughter really seeing a ghost? And is a ghost haunting the little girl's playhouse? You tell me. Thanks so much for watching. If you're up for more scary videos, check out one of these next. You're gonna love them. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.